Virgo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your April reading. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the upcoming month, look at the hidden truth as well, get some important advice from Spirit, as well as what you don't see coming. I'm going to initially pull some self-care tips because we are in a convergence of quite a bit out in the cosmos, and it is affecting everyone on an energetic level with spiritual, energetic shifts, physical shifts, emotional shifts. So let's get started. We have a lot to cover today. We're going to get into the tarot in a moment. But first, I want to pull some self-care tips for you for the season. Thank you for tuning in today, for sharing this space with me, and for all the love and support that you continue to give this channel. I feel very blessed to have you here. Thank you. All right. And thank you, Spirit, for your presence, for presiding over this reading. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. She has different categories. She has inspirations, affirmations, reflections. We'll just see what comes out. One. We're going to do one more. That one slapped me. Whoop. Wow. Okay. Said take the bottom. That came out. Okay. So let's see what these have to say. There's some cool quotes too. So pay attention to these because it will really help you. The concept of self-care relates to small rituals that can restore feelings of well-being that you may have neglected when dealing with life's tribulations. Okay? And that was by Amy Lee McCree. So small rituals will be very important this month to help either encourage you to step away from the stress of anything that you could be dealing with or previous tribulations, okay? You may have already started to establish these, so continue. Choose a daily ritual to practice self-care each day. Why did you choose this ritual? What does it bring to your life? So they want you to reflect on the self-care practice and why. Interesting. I like that. A lot of times we choose these rituals to bring more energy, right? Reflective energy, so we can learn certain lessons. Other times we simply need them to restore our bodies, okay? To experience more serenity. The next one. To experience peace does not mean that your life is always blissful. It means that you're capable of tapping into a blissful state of mind amidst the normal chaos of a hectic life. What were some ways you experienced peace during the chaos today? So this is going to be a reflection that you can carry throughout the month to ask yourself throughout the day, to remind you that peace is always available to you if you will but look for it, okay? I like those. All right, so the next order of business here that I'm very proud to present to you, I have a deck that is my personal deck. Some tarot readers have different opinions on this. Some keep decks just for their own private personal use. I actually felt called this month because it's a really particular month in the cosmos that needed to ground even extra higher intense energy with a deck that is very powerful. It is only through a combination set that you can get this deck. It's not cheap. It's through Jillian C. Wild. I have no affiliation with her, but it's called The Familiars. She has several decks that go with it. And I've been working with it for a while now. And it's just been such a joy and a delight to pull these cards every day for myself. And I wanted to share it with you. The imagery is gorgeous. And I like her take on all of the major and minor arcana. She also has an extra card in here. We'll see if it comes out. Extra major arcana card. All right. All right. Virgo, let's go. Current energies for the month coming in. Current energies, which will reflect your state of mind coming into the month. That one wants to come out. Okay. Oh, and again, I need to have my glasses to see these. Experience of somatics. So the experience is also known as the night, okay, because it moves from a curious stage of a page into a knight. So this is otherwise known as the Knight of Pentacles, okay? So this is a very slow-moving energy. She is laboring on a bear, okay, holding her pentacle. So this is an opportunity for you to consider what has taken a lot of time in your life. You know, the things that take the most time are the things that are worth savoring. You could be really looking at the practical aspects of something that you're building in business or in your work life, and the fortitude, right? The decision making that goes along with that. Bear medicine is a very powerful source of strength. So whatever it is that you find yourself, the pacing that is slowed down, it's providing you with a sense of strength, of self, of knowing who you are. There's something about this energy that makes me feel like there's some certainty that you're dealing with, but also some perseverance, okay? What's crossing this? To a thought, okay? I think that things have slowed down as of late, so you can take a look at whatever's blocking you in your belief system, okay? Two of Swords is the blocked mental energy that can sometimes encumber us from moving forward. So you might have found some things that came up recently for you to attend to, okay? The lemur is a very, very wise animal, okay? Showing this woman that she can remove, right, this blindfold at any time, to just cut it away. Not literally cut the lemur, but shoo the lemur away, okay? The lemur's there maybe so she can see things from a different perspective. So as you are laboriously moving forward, you're being asked to look at things from a slightly different point of view. You could be saying no to something, and it's taking you a long time to get to that place of, no, not going to do this, okay? Let's see what the challenge is. Seven of Thought, okay? The Seven of Thought is a restrictive place, okay? Otherwise known as the Seven of Swords, where sometimes we have to exhibit strategy. There's some sort of strategy, you know, with the fox here, that is encouraging you to, if you were to develop some sort of strategy, it will help free you from whatever's going on in your mental state. It's something that you've carried. This feels like something that you've had with you for quite some time. It doesn't feel external. It's something that once you cut this away, things will become more clear. You might be dealing with someone as well with this challenge who makes it difficult, right, for your perspective to be heard and seen. Sage of Support. This is also known as the Hierophant, okay? So you could have someone in your life who you lean on, an elder, okay, in the past. Someone who's full of a lot of spirit and spunk. You could have someone on the other side in the non-physical, a spirit guide that you lean on in times of stress. There's something that the sage has wanted to say to you in the past. Let's see what they have to say once we clarify. I think that's going to be very important about what you're dealing with now. The opportunity, the Three of Thought. You're definitely going through some sort of pain right now, Virgo. This is apparent. The opportunity is to look at the pain and to understand why it's there. Okay, we're going to get into this. This feels like this is something that you're having to face and confront. And I don't know if it's about another person. Usually when we are hurt, it's because of an interaction with someone. But it's bringing up something within us, okay? So we'll see where focus we go toward. Sometimes I really don't like to direct my energy too much in the reading on the other person because it gives away your power. We're going to take a look at why there's been something that's causing you to feel restricted and stuck in a place of pain, okay? But that opportunity is something, it's almost as though something needs to be removed and cut away, okay? In order for you to free yourself. And it could have to do with how you approach your work life, okay? Anything that is a limiting belief, it's like it's surfacing over the next few weeks for you to look at. In the near future, you have wish fulfillment, okay? You have an opportunity. Aren't these cards beautiful? I mean, this is the snake shedding here and presenting itself as an opportunity to transform, okay? So you might have an opportunity that's going to call on you to change how you respond. You know, you can't become a better version of yourself without changing some aspect of yourself that is outdated, okay? In order to be somebody you've never been, you have to do things you've never done, okay? So here we have, she's lighting these lanterns. She's making her wishes. She's sending up to the skies. The universe has heard your call, okay? And it looks like in the near future, they've answered the call to bring in wishes. And it feels like this is that period of time where you start doubting, right? I don't see it. You know, maybe it's not for me. You know, maybe it's not meant for me. Maybe I don't deserve it. Maybe I'm not worthy of it. There's something that is hitting you that is, maybe you lost an opportunity or something happened and it hit you. And Spirit is saying, hold on. Things are going to turn around. Just keep going. What's the overall general energy? Curiosity, thought. Stay full of wonder. Use your imagination. 1111. Wow, I don't see that all the time in the reading. So Spirit is with you. They want you to hold a state of curiosity for the month. If you can stay curious, okay, it will help you in this matter. We're going to look at the hidden truth. I'm going to pull that now. I'm feeling called to pull that now. Experience of thought. So that is the Knight of Swords. So there's going to be movement. The hidden truth of this is whatever is stalled in your life or delayed, there's a reason for it because it's bringing up emotions, okay, and thoughts that are triggering those emotions for you to clean out and remove, okay? I can't wait to get into deeper messages of this because this feels like a very deep reading for you, Virgo. We're going to really peel back the layers here. Yeah, it's something about, you could have someone who's offering you a monetary gift, someone investing in you, but you're not sure if this is the right person to partner with. You could have someone that you work with that you can't trust. There's something about making a new investment of your time, energy, and resources and having either fear come up or someone that is a little distrustworthy in your midst, okay? Let's see. You could even have, I heard, a family member who maybe you've really tried to help and you help them with work. You give them work and something's off, okay? Spirit is saying observe. Observe carefully. Do the research on any new project, investor, contract coming towards you this month, especially during a retrograde, okay? Interesting. Yeah. And you could be really looking at someone that you're either dating or with in a new light. Something might be uncovered this month about this person. Could be somebody from your past as well. We'll see. Feels like there's a lot going on for you, Virgos. All right. Why is the general energy here? The curiosity of thought. Staying curious. Staying open in your imagination to the possibilities. Right? Sometimes the impossible can be possible, Virgo. Ooh, the Knight of Cups, the Devil, and the Seven of Wands. This feels to me like there's somebody in your life that steals your peace. Somebody who has who's a good charmer, okay? Whether you're in a long-term commitment or you've known them for however long. It's someone in the romantic realm because we have the Knight of Cups here. The Knight of Cups can be a really smooth talker, but there's something that's marked by this energy that you lose your sense of self when this person is around, okay? Spirit is saying that if you can remain curious, right, about how you feel around this person. You know, the best advice I can give people around whether someone's good for you or not. Your body does not lie. You will feel anxious. You will feel a little unrest. You know when you walk into a room and you know something's off because somebody's off in that room and you can sense it? There's somebody who, it doesn't have to be romantic, but I'm leaning towards romantic. It's like their dramas, someone around you has a lot of drama, okay? And this happens a lot in relationships. It's called negative attention. They may have a lot of drama going on where it's like you put your needs on hold because it's almost like they're in a crisis or an emergency situation. It doesn't have to be romantic because it's someone that you care about, okay? That could be a family member, could be a child, because we do have the curiosity of thought here, which indicates someone who's very young, okay? Remain curious about what this person is teaching you about your own personal boundaries. But this overall general energy is something's going to arise this month where you're going to go, man, this person's really taking my energy. Whenever I get myself in order and I'm really in my self-care mode and vibe, something happens with this person. And it's like how they receive attention. It's like they never matured out of that emotional crisis in order to get their needs met. And whether it's a physical ailment that they exaggerate or it's an emotional crisis they're going through because they can't emotionally regulate themselves, it's someone who is really draining you, okay? And it's keeping you because you have the Seven of Wands, the Devil, and the Knight of Cups over the curiosity of thought, which is the Page of Swords, okay? So you're having to take a look, all right, at what is it that you were needing to learn from this energy? And I'll tell you right now, it's independence, okay? You're not responsible for other people's emotional, physical, mental well-being, unless they're a minor, okay? That's different. But even so, even if it is a minor, you still reserve the right to take care of your own needs, Virgo. And I think there's some sort of crisis point where you're starting to realize, wow, this is like something that happens regularly. Whenever I get busy and I'm preoccupied and I'm doing my thing and things are good, something happens. I'm getting that vibe with this person. And then you're like, what was that for? You know? And then it almost feels like it was no big deal, but it was a huge deal when it happened. All right, let's go into the past. Ooh. I'm telling you, you've got somebody in your midst that shows up in an immature way and you keep investing in it. And it's like Spirit is saying, what have you learned in the past from this? This is your learning. This is your growth edge. Okay? The Hierophant. You're committed to something that is causing you pain. Okay? This is also the card of commitment. It's the card of really not really giving up on something. The Page of Cups is actually a more inferior form of the Knight because it's just a subtlety, right? Oftentimes when this shows up, it's someone who doesn't have the emotional maturity, okay? It looks like you're investing in someone who has not developed emotionally. And this happens all the time. There are children in adult bodies, okay? Because they did not get the type of secure love or whatever, addiction. There's all kinds of reasons why people don't mature. And they end up being adults who end up causing great harm. And, you know, this person may be well-meaning, whoever it is in your life, right? But it's like their own stunted growth is impacting you, okay? So Spirit is saying, take a look at how you're investing in something and what you are participating in when it comes to sacrificing yourself, okay? You will learn again and again over time that if you continue to do this, it will erode at your well-being. It will erode at your sense of serenity and peace and your ability to create in this world, because the Ace of Pentacles is where we put our time and energy and resources into. And it seems like you've been putting it into someone who isn't really graduating, right, from a low-level way of operating to a higher level of operating, no matter how long you commit, how much you give to it. That's what I'm seeing in the past. And you're carrying this pain from the past into the present this month. So what is this present pain? What is it teaching you? What is this teaching you? You know, and this is what I mean. It's like Spirit is saying that this has gone on for a while because of the Knight of Pentacles opening up the current energy. And the block. The block is, what is this teaching you? What is this teaching you? Until you learn that. Some of you have learned this, and it's like, this is when, and I've been in this situation too, where you feel you start to become responsible for somebody without meaning to. You do it out of the kindness of your heart. And then once you do that, you don't realize how codependent you become, because now you have assigned yourself to someone's emotional state, which is never your responsibility, okay? It's never your responsibility to be responsible for someone else's emotions, trials and tribulations, okay? You can be there to support, but if you're trying to fix it, it will drain you. Yeah. All right. So your opportunity here is, there's something that you feel very restricted The love feels like it's getting choked by the pain, because we have the Three of Swords and the opportunity for the month. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the King of Cups. So this is something that you are heavily invested in long term. And at this month, I feel like you're entering some sort of crisis point around whatever is unhealthy and how you are relating to another. Okay, there is great love here, but also great pain and a feeling of you can't really operate in a free way. There's something, whether someone's constantly communicating with you and you're trying to always soothe their insecurities, or you just can't speak the truth. There's something that is causing you to... Pain can be caused by a number of things. It may be that this person isn't showing you what it's like to be unconditionally loved. And even when you ask for it, there's something off. There's blocks. It's like you're trying to help somebody heal something that I don't think that they're taking responsibility for, and you did. And now it's causing you pain, because when you're taking responsibility for someone's unhealed wounds, it is a slippery slope. And Spirit is saying, come out of this block. It's time to resolve it. It's time to heal it. The challenge is it's going to take some strategy here. What's the strategy? I think this might feel heavy that I'm like this energy that I'm moving through with you, but I just want you to hold on, because I do believe that things are going, sometimes we hit these crisis points as wake-up calls for people. And I'm not talking about an intervention. It could be. You could be dealing with someone with an addiction, okay? And things are starting to come to light. Okay, well, this is the underlying reason. And once you figure out that reason, it doesn't mean, okay, problem solved. It's like, okay, what do we need to do here? So whatever it is you're encountering, that you're uncovering this month, whatever is unhealthy that needs to be addressed in your connection, okay? Because this does feel like some sort of connection in your life that is either part of your family, as a relative, or your actual partner, okay? It's someone that you've known, okay? They could be in so much pain that you don't know how to help them. It's how they operate, okay? But they're certainly someone that you were very worried about. And you've taken on their pain. They have an emotional pain that almost feels like a darkness they've always carried. And I'm sorry if I'm leaning a lot on their energy, but it's almost like I understand why it's almost like that savior syndrome or that rescuer, which we all get into at one time or another in our connections, where we just want to help. And out of our kindness, we take on someone else's pain. And sometimes we do it to distract ourselves from our own self-care. Okay? And Spirit is saying, oh, you can really, there's nobody you can save but yourself. Okay? Honestly, at the end of the day. Yeah, Spirit is saying that it's hard. It is very hard. This is what we call tough love. Okay? The strategy is, don't let anybody steal your peace, your serenity. Look at Queen of Pentacles. She is stable, serene. There's some sadness that you're releasing. Some of you have someone who has hurt you, who has betrayed your trust, okay? And you're deciding this month that it's time to move on, okay? Whether you're dismantling a commitment or you're pulling away from a family member, there's some sort of detachment that Spirit is indicating here. But it's almost a detachment that requires a little bit of strategy for some reason, because this person seems to be very intertwined into your very foundational energy here in your life. This is someone you could be living with, someone that you're helping to support financially. And it's hard to unravel that. You know, if someone has become so dependent on you, it's hard, very hard to release yourself from that. But Spirit is saying the challenge is, are you going to establish healthy boundaries? And are you going to process the emotions? Okay? You have a right to protect your own serenity and your own stability in your own right, okay? You don't need to make excuses for that. This is what you deserve, okay, to keep for yourself. I think you have a lot of mental worry and stress going on. But boundaries nonetheless, this is wearing you out, okay? There's some wish fulfillment. I think that you're going to see a shift going on here, an unexpected shift. See, what we don't understand, I'll tell you a story. My brother had dealt with addiction when I was younger, and my parents had gotten fed up with it. And he and I, we were off and on, not always close, but I decided to take responsibility for him for a time. And I was in my early 20s. This was out in Oregon, and he fell off the deep end in addiction to the point where it got really bad. And I didn't know what to do. And I decided through some help with some friends who had dealt with this, and it was the hardest thing because I was patching him up, giving him money, washing his clothes, basically enabling him. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to do what's hard. And I said, you can't come here anymore taking from me. You need to get help. And he spent like a few nights on the streets, and he actually went to rehab. And to this day, he said that I saved his life, and that he's proud of me for doing something that hard out of love. And I see that you could be doing something this month out of love, okay, that may really hurt this person, and it will hurt you to do it. But I think at the end of the day, it's for the greater good. My brother got the help he needed. He never suffered with addiction again. This was in his early 20s, okay? And he's a different man now. It's been 25 years. And I struggled with that decision for a long time. And he was mad at me for a long time at first. But there came a time where he was able to reflect on it and be thankful, okay? So sometimes we have to do hard things, okay, for the people that we love. For the greater good. For our own well-being and for their well-being. This might be a very specific message here. I don't think I've ever gotten a reading just quite like this. Yeah. You've got a tower going on, an awakening around your heart and around what your heart is saying deeply that is guided by your intuition here. I think you're going to have some sort of breakthrough this month around what you need and what this person needs. I think you will get what you want ultimately. Spirit is saying it hasn't been an easy road. Some of you could have nothing to do with addiction. It's just about someone that's causing you to hurt and breaking free of this person once and for all. Cutting the cord. It's taken a while. Some of you, this has everything to do with walking away from someone that you know is unhealthy, that has stolen your peace, right? That has robbed you of some sort of innocence around love and around the investment of your heart. And this month, you're going to go deep into that pain, all right? And you're going to free yourself, okay, from the trauma. And you're going to really start putting up those boundaries from this person and say no more, okay? Because I'm telling you, this is the season out of any month of the year where people will be eclipsed from our lives that are not serving our growth and our own personal empowerment and transformation, okay? This is an intense reading, but we need a reading like this for the collective because this is kind of like a wake-up call. Like, how much pain do you want to endure, Virgo, in this situation before you say, I've had enough? The challenge is, when is enough enough, okay? And I think that in order for you to follow the light of your own star, which is your soul, which is your own inner compass, your moral compass, you're going to be awakening to your own heart and what it deserves and what it's asking of you. And it's going to be a massive tower. Okay, this is a tower of you putting your own needs first, okay, and following the eternal drum of your own spiritual evolution that has been pounding for months, perhaps years now, to please answer the call that your intuition is telling you and make a change, okay, and then will your life move forward. Only then, okay? The hidden truth is it's time to move on. It's time to move forward, okay? You could go through a miraculous healing with another, okay? It doesn't mean you stay. It just means there's acceptance here at the end of the road. And it really is about your own self-acceptance and no longer tolerating something, okay? That it's like surrendering to the pain and letting go. And that, my friend, is like an act of self-love like no other. Sometimes we test ourselves in these situations to find out truly how strong we are and how capable we are of our own growth and our own learning about who we are. Okay? This person has taught you a lot. All right? The learning is now moving through, right, to the experience of the learning. Okay? It's no longer abstract. Hidden truth, temperance. Things are going to come back into balance in your life. You will find your empowerment and your happiness yet again. I'm telling you, I feel like a lot of you are moving on from something that you are surrendering to once and for all, and you are moving through the pain in the aftermath of something that has really affected you emotionally in your life. Let's get some what you don't see coming and some advice from Spirit. But I think the hidden truth of this is that once you do this, there's so much happiness on the other side. Okay? Sometimes it takes time to even realize what you're dealing with. All right? It's time to let go of the old. You're weary. You're tired. Okay? The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. Okay? You've been wounded. Okay, and what do people who have been wounded, warriors that have been wounded, you go to the infirmary and you rest and you recuperate. Okay, so Spirit is saying you need to rest and recuperate this month. Okay, you could be extracting yourself from a situation that is no longer going to serve you. If you love yourself, you will move forward. Okay, and listen to your intuition. Okay, Virgo? Yeah. This is the end of a difficult situation. You're going to come back online again, but you gotta remove the toxicity. This is definitely the end, Virgo. Wow, this is very clear. This is what you don't see coming. This is the end of a painful journey. Okay? The worst is behind you. The worst is over. You're going to have new passions, new curiosities. New life is going to be breathed into you. Okay? Spirit wants you to know there's new behind this energy. Okay? This is ego death as well. You're going through a massive ego death. And sometimes that eclipses people out of our lives who are not good for us. Okay? Was the advice from Spirit. Knight of Cups. Yeah, you're moving on. This person is going to continue to take from you. I think it's a choice that you must make here. Your advice is they're going to keep coming. This Knight of Cups, they're going to keep coming. And I think you decided, you know what, this is a choice. I'm turning my back to this. Spirit is saying you need to turn your back so you can either allow this person to get help. Someone is causing you stress, anxiety, pain. And until you put up those healthy boundaries and you turn your back to this and you stop enabling it, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be an addiction. It's going to continue. Okay? Let's get a familiar animal spirit guide to assist you on this journey. Okay, we have the koala. Actually, they're saying koala. Koala. I think this is probably going to have to do with nurturing. I'm going to show you the picture in a minute. It's very cute. Okay, finding peace through a slower pace. Okay. The koala reinforces our connection to the natural world and encourages us to embrace nature's healing and grounding energies. When we are present, our intuition is amplified and we tap into inner wisdom, making choices that align with our authentic selves. Call upon the koala to infuse your life with gentle sweetness, reminding you to savor the tender aspects of your being and embrace a slower pace that allows for enjoyment and appreciation. Sometimes it may feel easier to move through life by going through the motions of our to-do lists and keeping ourselves distracted as a way of protecting ourselves from the unknown, or feelings that may emerge if we slow down long enough to connect with them. This familiar reminds us, she calls the animals familiars. This familiar reminds us that in this present moment, we are safe. As you connect to your breath and its natural rhythm, your body and mind will naturally sink and slow down, grounding you into a sense of safety. Your spirit will remind you there is nowhere else to be but right here in this moment. Sigh a sense of sweet relief. Okay. It feels like, the koala's here to help you restore your innocence and inner peace. And that transformative fire allows you to rise anew from the ashes. This feels very phoenix-like, okay? This journey that you're on, where it's time to rise from the ashes of your own transformation. This tower feels like that rise, okay? A lot of you are rising from a very toxic connection that was very karmic in your life that has served its purpose. But to linger and stay here will only cripple you more, okay? When it's time for you to fly, okay? All right. Just know that you're going to be moving forward. There's going to be a massive shift in the energy this month from the beginning of the month to the end. You're going to feel like a completely different person. You're going through like a snake shedding its skin, okay? Peeling off the layer of whatever this toxic encounter has been in your life. And I'm sending you so much support and love. You're going to get through this, okay? Many of you who are watching this know what it's like, okay? And you were already on the other side of this. You know, the timeline for some of you could have been, oh, I dealt with a lot of this in 2023. I'm no longer being challenged to put up boundaries. I'm already in this phase of I listen to my intuition, okay? I've had my own spiritual awakening. And I'm happy now, okay? So if that is your story, please chime in and support the people who are in the thick of this or who are just awakening to the shifts that are about to hit, okay? We all need to be there for our brothers and sisters who are going through these painful lessons, okay? Because we are all in this together, all right? Take care, Virgo. I'll see you in the weekly soon, okay?